Welcome to today's episode. Sometimes people ask a question about what is the difference between two different English phrases or slang words. I never made an episode until today about this topic. So today we're going to talk about the first episode of comparing two different phrases and asking what they mean. Okay, so let's get started. And we're going to talk about I know it or I know of it. What is the difference? Okay, you will learn today on the Social English Podcast.
皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。Are you ready, Percy? Let's go!
Hey, welcome back to the Social English Podcast again. Thank you, Hikari, for that introduction. I am Percy, a lowly but happy English teaching professional and conversation professional who is here to help you get better at English every single day. Now, again, today is a brand new episode, a brand new series, and we are going to tackle your English language questions. What is the mystery behind two phrases? I know it and I know of it. Let's dive right in and check out the differences and see what they're about so you can understand them better.
今日のソーシャルイングリッシュのエピソードは中級または上級のスキルレベルで英語を勉強している人々を対象としています。初心者の方はゆっくりとエピソードを聞いてください。頑張れ。
Okay, so in today's episode, okay, we have a listener, our friend, Nana. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Nana. And here is what she says. 聞いてください. I'm a bit confused about when to use I know it or I know of it in English. Can you shed some light and explain this to me? Okay, sure. Absolutely, Nana. Thank you again for that question. Okay, so let's talk about I know it and I know of it. I know it means you have direct knowledge of something. You know it specifically. I know this thing. Like, I know the answer, or I know her well. So those are two things. You know it for a fact. You know it. I know 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay? Something like that. Something really clear fact you know. Okay? I know candy is sweet. Candy tastes sweet like this. This is a fact that you know. So this is I know it. Okay. Now let's talk about I know of it. I know of it means you've had or you've heard about something. You heard something, but you don't know 100%. You don't have total knowledge. Okay? So it's like, for example, 例えば, I've heard of it, but I'm not an expert. Okay? So here, this means you heard something, but you are not sure 100% what this is. You are not 100% sure. Okay, so now let's see this in action. Okay, so here are two funny stories, okay? Listen to these stories and think about I know it and I know of it, okay? Here we go. In our first story, Mike has to explain to his friend Jessica why he'll be late to her birthday party. Okay? This is Mike. Hey, Jessica, I know it's your birthday party tonight, and I know it's going to be amazing. I know it's at your house because you texted me the address. But here's the thing. I know it's a long drive because I got stuck in traffic last time. And guess what? I know it's going to rain because I saw the weather report this morning. So I might be a bit late. But don't worry, I know it's going to be a great party and I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay? So that is an example of I know it. Okay? I know it's at your house. I know it's a long drive. I know it's going to rain. So these are examples of I know it, okay? Now let's look at a second story. Okay? Second story is Michelle tries to remember. That's the title. Okay, let's listen. Michelle, who is trying to remember the name of a famous actress and singer, Jennifer Lopez, is the story. Okay, so please listen here. This is Michelle. Hey, do you know that famous actress? You know, the one who sings too? I know of her, but I can't remember her name. She was in the movie that I just can't remember, and everyone loves her music. I know of that movie she was in with the wedding, but I haven't seen it. And I know of her concerts, but I've never been to one. Wait, I almost got it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, right. It's Jennifer Lopez. I knew I would remember eventually. Okay, so in that story, Michelle knows of the movie but did not see the movie. And she knows of her concerts. So she knows of them, but she didn't go to one. She hasn't seen one of Jennifer Lopez's concerts. But when talking and using I know of it, it helps her remember. Okay. Let's move on to a new section. Let's do a small quiz and have quiz time. So now we're going to look deeper so you can practice understanding these examples. I'm going to give you 8 examples. You guess which example is I know of it or I know it. Ready? Here we go. Number 1. I know it's your favorite color because you always wear it. Number 2. I know of that new restaurant, but I haven't tried their food yet. Number 3. I know it's a long drive, but we'll have fun when we get there. Number 4. I know of him as a famous actor, but I've never seen any of his movies. Number 5. I know it's your turn to cook tonight because I cooked yesterday. Number 6. I know of that band, but I've never listened to their music. Number 7. I know it's your birthday next month because you mentioned it before. And number 8, I know of that city, but I've never been there myself. Okay? So, these are some examples of I know it and I know of it. So, did you guess the correct answers? Let's see if you cracked the code of I know it and I know of it. Okay, so here's the answers. Number 1 is I know it. Number 2, I know of it. Number 3, I know it. Number 4, I know of it. Number 5, I know it. Number 6, I know of it. Number 7, I know it. And number 8, I know of it.
このショーを気に入っていただけたら5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。
Okay, I hope you got some value out of today's episode. The difference between I know it and I know of it. Please listen to this episode again. Share it with your friends so they can understand the difference too as well. Okay? So, do you have any more questions like that? Send them to me at Social English at Instagram or on X. If you like this episode, subscribe and follow this podcast, the Social English Podcast, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else. Now, if you want more language tips, stick around, listen for more episodes. Thank you for listening today. Keep learning English. It's going to be fun. All right. See you later next episode. Peace. 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 I don't know why I said peace. Peace and love. See you next time. Bye, everyone.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイトrealsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.